October 29th, 1929 is a day remembered as Black Tuesday. It was a single morning that led to the most devastating stock market crash in U.S. history. This was the day that erased the prosperity that defined the previous decade. What began as a spark to new beginning led to a rush to sell that spiraled into an event that we now know as the Great Depression. Before this event, the period was known for a soaring market that Americans were eager to join because it was believed that anyone that got into it became rich. But this belief told a different story, as the people that were buying into the market had to deal with insider trading, speculation, and stock prices rising far beyond the actual value of companies, coupled with the unchecked power of those retelling this idea led to an era destined to end when it did. It not only hurt those that abused it, but everyone across the country. In this newsreel, we'll explore not just what led this country to its breaking point, but the stories behind it, on how a morning of panic reshaped the United States and ended the time of optimism that the stock market seemed to bring. This is the story of the people that climbed a fragile mountain that was slowly cracking, inching towards an event that forever changed the people that thought it would never crumble.
What happened last night, Walker?
Hope. I am still a little afraid of missing something if I forget that.
And my own stocks are gone. It's mayhem everywhere. Now, for those of you just tuning in, this is NBC Radio News Network with shocking news from Wall Street. The New York Stock Exchange has collapsed. Now, as we try to understand why, we bring you a lineup of known officials and regular people just like you and I to inform you of the current state of the world and this crash. As always, we strive to bring you the most up-to-date data and information possible. When more news is available, you will be the first to know right here on NBC News Network. Now, I'd like to welcome Elizabeth Broker, who is a newer investor here on Wall Street, and she's just giving us a quick review of what's happening on the scene. Now, Miss Broker, you just came off of Wall Street. What's happening here? What's going on?
Crashed! Everything is gone! Money gone! Nothing to pay off my margins! I've got kids, man! I got to pick up my oldest from school! No money in the market pool! Outswell can you hands cash market money, baby?
Now, Miss Broker, how did you first learn of the crash?
So you see, a close friend of mine phoned me earlier and she said, the stock market has crashed. And I was like, what? No way! An investor promised me this would never happen. And I just can't understand. Like, why? Everything! I put my whole life into this stock and it's all gone! My life savings, my baby's hungry! I've got so many kids to feed! How am I gonna balance this all?
Miss Broker, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but thank you so much for appearing on air tonight. Now, we have news from our economic analyst, Donald Dollar, about the current state of the market and possibly the future of the crash. Sorry, everyone. Now, you see, Mr. Dollar is an economic analyst here at NBC in New York. Mr. Dollar, what happened out there today?
It does seem that the market bubble has finally burst. There were those who saw this coming, but I can't say I thought something this drastic would happen. People are lining up on the streets crying. Can't blame them. The Dow Jones is down 12%. Millions of shares are being lost across the country. Millions of dollars are going to be lost today.
Now, Mr. Dollar, what do you think was the source of this massive crash?
Well, first off, there's been a lot of speculation going on lately. Many people have been buying some very high-risk stocks. Doing this en masse is bound to cause a disaster like this. And people have been buying risky investments with credit, which is money they don't already even have. We've also been having an overproduction problem. Companies produce more but pay people less, so they can't buy those products. Then the economy is full of wasted stuff, and then it's in ruins. See, we've all been told that businesses should run the economy and make all the decisions, but I'm starting to think this isn't the case. They encourage people to buy these high-risk stocks and overproduce so many products. I'm starting to think that, businesses don't even know what they're doing at all. Perhaps they don't even care about us. You know what? I think maybe
Now,
one
I have to cut you off there, Mr. Dollar, unfortunately. But thank you so much for your insight. And now, we have a special segment from a farmer who's tragically lost his land and his entire business to this great tragedy. I'm now introducing Martha Grob. I'm Tom Tucker, here on scene to visit Martha Kropp, our musical special guest for tonight. Let's go on scene. What's going on? Miss Kropp, would you like to tell us what you feel about going on in this national tragedy?
What? Who are you? What are you doing here? Are you one of those damn Republicans who don't know what they're doing in this country? Wait, I know why you're here.
You said we heard that you had some song to sing us out here today. Would you like to perform that for us tonight?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. She's all yours.
You damn Republicans!
Sorry for that interruption and miscut, folks. Thank you so much, Miss Kropp.
Oh yeah.
Here we have a special interview with John Bank, a banker with Petite Bank. Now, what do you have to say about the current events happening?
I don't even have time to do this. There's a line that looks about 1,000 people long, all begging for their money back. There's just so little left. I don't even think I'm able to leave work today. Everyone's trying to sell and withdraw whatever they can, and stock market's on a plunge into hell. I don't even know how to tell these people that they have nothing left.
Well, John, that seems like quite a pickle that you're in. What are your reserves looking like? How are they?
You know, they might be empty by the end of the day. Dear Lord.
Oh, sorry to lie. Now we have another interview with government representative Christian Cropduster. Now we're joined by Christian Cropduster, representative of the U.S. government. He's here to help us make sense of this so-called Black Tuesday. So, sir, what exactly happened? This whole country is just in a panic.
Well, to put it bluntly, my fellow Americans, everyone thought the stock market was a money factory. This led to people running mad to buy shares on the margin, even though they didn't have money in the first place. Adding to this, governments were producing way more goods than people could afford.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Stock market crash.
Go away.
But when the veil was removed, this so-called crash showed to the world that there was a whole system to be toppled. Too much greed, too much debt, and way too many assumptions about what should have been done.
Now, what should Americans expect going forward with what's been happening?
I think that if we don't act quickly, then the situation could spiral as well as the people could suffer, and they could begin to lose faith in our country. But I think that this will take years to recover from the incident, and we should focus on stabilizing our economy and bringing trust into the people, since this situation is going to be long and it's going to be a hard one.
Thank you again so much for your time, sir. I really do hope to be speaking with you again under better circumstances in the future. Now, we are fortunate to have a global perspective on the situation taking place. Miss Helen Wigglesworth is here on vacation from England. Now, do you think the British public will be surprised by the crash? Or rather, will it be seen as an inevitable outcome of what people call American greed?
I personally would have to say I didn't expect a thing. I had heard great things about the stock market from over the pond, and I figured while I was over here I might as well invest. And our own Prime Minister invested in the stock exchange, so why wouldn't I? I trusted them so much. People were making money work for them instead of the other way around. And who doesn't want to be rich? I mean, come on, like, it's money.
Do you believe that the crash will trigger a global depression? And will that affect Britain and its large empire?
Well, I really hope it doesn't. I'm not an economist, but that would be really, really bad. Especially for imports, exports. I know there's a lot of tariffs over here, which we did reverse tariffs. Sorry about that. It's not for me to say anything about. But I really hope it doesn't happen.
Well, Miss Wigglesworth, I wish you safe travels on your way back home. Thank you for coming on air tonight.
I need to update you with recent news, but that is all now for NBC.
Now, everyone, for all this last month has been some of the worst times faced in history. And while hope still remains, it is dwindling down day by day. The scene on the streets is dire, and the death toll continues to rise day by day as suicides are more and more frequent. This is NBC Radio News Network. See you next time.
And 1,000 times I've seen this road, 1,000 I've got no roots, but my home was never